day, another episode. I am back. I always say I'll come back, so I'm back. And today, darling, we have. So I sing like.
Professional.
Today we have a comedian.
Yeah.
What else must we call you? Comedian.
I did 2 films last year, so like
Comedian,
actor,
model. We also saw him on the MTC Window Fashion Week runway. So we have an all-rounder in the industry. Yeah. We have Axarob. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Nance?
I am fine.
Yes.
I'm so glad we can have this conversation because the first time I heard of you was, I think, Comedy Hour, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Comedy Hour.
And I was speaking to Vernon, and Vernon said that you are the originator. Like you originated Comedy Hour because you went to him with the idea.
Yeah, no, the thing about the Comedy Hour thing happened was post-COVID, I had decided to come back to school to study. Then I was at NAST. Yeah. And then me and Vernon were there at the kiosk. I think we were buying chip rolls. Man say chip roll. Yeah. And I was like, I see your tweets, you're funny. Did you do comedy? Yeah. I was like, I've been trying to do some, but and then I was like, let's see what we can do. When likes to give me credit for the thing, but he also, as much as I get credit, he's also there. And I said, we can see what we can do. But at first, it was more like, he's coming on as my manager, but there were no even
manager.
Yeah, so the front plan. So he can manage me as I'm performing, but then COVID happened. A lot of the avenues and places that used to be comedy closed down, and then he said, "Man, let's just see if we can start our own thing, approach different places."
When was this? 2021 after COVID.
2021, after COVID, 2021. Okay. And then. We approached a bunch of places, but then Vinyls at the time were also starting. Vinyls was very receptive to the idea. Okay. And that's how Vinyls Comedy Hour and the rest, like they say, is history.
Okay. Have you always been funny? Were you like in the classroom, you always have those guys
I don't know if
think they are funny. And have you always been funny, or what's the...
I don't know if I was always funny. I was just like very mischievous and witty. So I don't know if it's funny.
In what ways?
Like I was just naughty. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I know my people that I went to school with who see this. I was very naughty. And I used to get in trouble a lot. And the way
your parents
they are
not impressed.
No, like my mom never
naughty?
used to come to the school whenever she got called for being naughty. Because imagine you are a principal, but your son is always in trouble at the other school. So she was like, you know what? She just used to call my school principal and tell me, just deal with him that side. I'll come deal with him.
But what were you doing though?
No, I was like I was a chance taker. We had this thing at school. I remember we had this thing of where you get transgressions, right? Yeah. Transgressions, you get transgressions, and that was before we had school IDs. Yeah. So every time I'd get a transgression, I'd just give like a fake Damara name because they knew I was Damara. Yeah, but my surname is Oshiro. My real surname is Oshiro because I'm mixed, and I'll give like what stereotype Tamara name. I'll be like, what is it? Julian comes in, like just, and the things would pile up, but I'd never get shiny. And then one day, one of the LSEs come, they come to my homeroom class, not register class. They came to talk to my teacher. I know they were talking to my teacher. But me, I was in the back having a ball, man. When you're in the back with your friends.
So you were those students that also were sitting at the back
of the
class?
In register class.
Okay.
Register class. In that class, I used to sit in front. Because I couldn't see more. So I would go with my glasses at the stage. So I was always there. Because I got tired of looking over at my friends. Yeah. So as I was talking, she said something like, she was like, keep quiet, seeing or something. No, me, I'm not. I forgot that I lied. It's like...
And so...
then I got called out to the office. Then she brought the thing. So, this is him that signed here. This is the date.
So you were caught?
I was caught
in 4K?
I was caught in 4K, but still I said no. I just said, no, this is... You just assumed also. You just assumed. Yeah, you said that.
Okay. So you've been funny a little bit, but also naughty. At the same time.
It's also out of necessity because, from...
Necessity?
Out of necessity because at our school now, if you're very good at sports or you dance quite well, then the girls will talk to me. I cannot do any both. I do it for the sake of doing it. So I was like, you know what? Yeah. If I'm gonna secure my crush, make her laugh.
Make her laugh. Yeah. Okay, and then so you finished high school. And were you doing any comedy, stand-up comedy during high school? Nothing?
I did at the school talent show. I did it. It was fun. It was like the first time. I think that's my first ever performance outside of maybe joking at the house and stuff for my family, but for an audience, a stage.
Was it planned, or were you the ones that was on stage and then you were making fun of the audience?
No, that was like a stand-up set.
Wow.
A stand-up set, because there were even auditions. No, I grew up, I have 2 older brothers.
Yeah.
My oldest brother on the house PC, you know, the home studio PCs before laptop. Yeah. He had uploaded a bunch of stand-up comedies from the Def Jams.
Yeah.
And the Cat Williams stuff. And then like NBC always used to play Free Your Mind on a Wednesday from 6 to 7, if I'm not mistaken. And
also, you had the Free Your Mind.
Yeah, and I'd watch it most. And then the Friday, the Weekender comes out, the recap on what had happened. So I was just very like, comedy.
You were in tune.
Yeah, I was really in tune.
So that's how you knew that actually stand-up comedy, you need to prepare a piece of some sort. Because you know how there's some comedians that I've spoken to and they're just like, I tried my chances. I was making fun of the audience and thought I was funny. It was so you were prepared.
Not always, but I just knew that you had to prepare for some, like, you can be good, you can be naturally funny. But to go to a certain level, you need to like read more, be well immersed in the culture. Like for example, I go to most of the art events we have here.
Yeah,
if it's
he does actually.
If it's poetry, fashion, film, what. Just to like immerse yourself in the culture, and because I like to say my comedy is a reflection of my lived experiences. Yeah. And I like to live my life so that my comedy can reflect that.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So your first ever performance was at school?
Yeah, school talent.
How was that? Did people laugh?
Oh yeah. We recorded on an E250 even. I must just find it.
Don't lie.
It's true. So I remember I was making fun of the rugby team. There was a joke that everybody laughed. I remember that one. I just can't remember the joke.
So people were fun. And then your second one, the second one was while I was studying that time in Cape Town. And then there was like a comedy club. Where were you studying?
I was at Cape Peninsula University of Technology.
Okay.
And then,
what were you studying? Because you can't study.
What if you guys won't believe me if I say it, I was studying chemical engineering.
What? What?
Yeah.
And you didn't even say you graduated, so.
Unfortunately, I didn't graduate. Please don't tell me to do your math homework. I don't remember anything.
What? What's a link between leaving chemical engineering for comedy? What was
No, I did not. Comedy was not like the first choice. It's like
what had happened?
Nobody wakes up and dreams of being a cashier, for example. You know?
So, wait, so you're equating comedy to cashier?
So it's like comedy is like it's something. While I was studying, when I came back, I'm studying now. While I was studying, so I needed like extra pocket money because I was also bartending and stuff. But you know, you need to sustain yourself. So I was like, you know what? They always say find something that you're good at, and then work on it that people can pay you for it. So that's how the comedy thing. And now we are 3 years in, and I've won an award.
I cannot believe you came from mechanical engineering.
Please, you must go believe this part.
Okay. And then so you were in uni.
Yeah.
And
I was at uni.
Were you paid for the act, or it was?
No, it was. I'm not sure. I think I was on a date, man. I was on a date, and
the plot thickens.
No, but it was like a friend date. Like somebody that I used to live with before I moved to the hostel.
Okay.
They're like, I haven't seen you in a while. Let's do something.
Catch up.
What? Let's catch up. And then we went to a comedy club. We didn't know there was a comedy club actually. We were just there for the thing. And I was like, oh, it's open mic. What? Yeah. My friend was like, yo.
So you took the open mic.
And then I did the open mic, and then people actually laughed. And what is it?
The rest is history.
No, at that time it was just a fun night for me.
Okay.
Cause I only really take 2 comedy sessions when I came back to Namibia, and then just.
I really want to know, like, why did you come back? Did you ever finish studying?
I didn't finish studying, unfortunately. I didn't finish studying. I had a lot of, I went through a lot of mental health problems.
Okay.
So at time,
You came back?
Yeah, I came back just to like recoup.
Did you come back to study again?
No, when I came back, I think I was at home for like a year.
How was that?
It sucked. Oh my goodness. So guys, whatever you do, just see it through, hey. It was suckish in the sense that I had just come from a city where you could do all these various things, opportunities and stuff, to back home in Chumeb.
Yeah. So you were just.
So I was like, yeah, because if I was not doing like miscellaneous jobs or maybe a few there, but they are not. Those are fine in between.
Yeah.
Those ones pay you, and then
So you came back from SA to Chumeb. Yo.
But I was from Chumeb. Even if I graduated, I was gonna be back Chumeb. It's home.
Yo.
It's home.
And then how did you end up in Windhoek?
I reapplied to come study because I was like, after the year of just chilling, and I was like, you know what, education is the key. And I was in a better space mentally.
Okay.
I was in a better space mentally, and so
you came to UNAM NAST.
I was at NAST. I was at NAST, yeah. And then like from there, the Vernon thing happened. Yeah, I started working on radio as well, and just like.
Oh, you were a broadcaster. Which station?
The first station was NAST Radio, but before NAST Radio, I also worked at the University Radio in Cape Town.
In Cape Town, okay. Yeah, so you also have like a bag for broadcasting. Or you can yap.
Maybe I'm just a yapper.
you can yap.
I'm just a yapper.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things is I like informing people on social ills.
Sort of education.
Yeah, so comedy is one of those avenues where you can do that and make it palatable. Yeah. It's not a serious thing. It doesn't have to be a sit down where we are using all this, this activist or political jargon to say what. Spratness
make it. I actually want to have the conversation. People on Twitter sort of always commenting that Namibian comedians are not funny. What's your take on it?
Most of them.
And I know you've seen those clips.
No, I see it.
I see.
It's the same way we say we don't have artists in Namibia. But people don't support the artists we have. Most of the time people that say we don't have comedians in Namibia have never come to a comedy show. They've never come to a comedy show or even come long enough to comedy shows. Like, for example, if stand-up comedy Namibian stand-up comedy is a fresh new thing for you. It's really out of your realm. Yeah. I think the best thing to do is at least attend 4 comedy shows.
Okay.
So you have, because you cannot just come to one night and then expect. You
didn't laugh.
Yeah, because one night it could be a stellar lineup, with veterans, with the biggest stars in the industry, right? And then the next night then that night sets that standard there for you very high. Like, oh, this is it. And then the next show you go, amateur comics are coming, people that want to try open mic Chinese, and then like, what is this? So it's like just musicians. Your favorite artist's first song, the first song they ever made. Do you think you like it? Yeah, it's even like if a tailor, the first garment they made. Yeah. But after a while.
So you're saying, don't go and tweet saying Namibian comedians are not funny. Come to the comedy.
Yeah, come. I always say come watch, come. And it's important to watch various comics. Okay. It's not like if you don't find Axarob funny, don't now just go to every show Axarob is performing, because you don't find me funny, but you are there to hate.
I do that.
No.
Like, I follow my favorite comedians.
Yeah, your favorite, but there are people who don't like Axarob's comedy.
So you want to tell me there's a hater out there that would attend all your shows to prove that you are not funny?
I love haters because they are committed behind their hating. They are serious. People that stand in it are firm. It's easy to hate when you don't have any cards in the place. But if you put your money behind it to hate, come
through, man. You are the one.
Like, even if you are my hater, I'll give you a 5 because you know what, you are dedicated to that hate.
What's your take on the comedy space in Namibia for comedians that are established like you and your Marks and your Lifas, but also upcoming comedians. What's your...
I think right now we are
and also, what are you basing it off of?
I think for me, I'd say the space right now is good and bad at the same time. In the sense that there is a regular comedy club for comics to perform, like the comedy hour, now the Savannah Comedy Hour, that happens monthly. And then there's also the bi-monthly one, or is it 3 monthly? I don't know. I don't want to get messed up. The Howlers by Window Comedy Club.
Okay.
They take part that happen at Woolshack, in the sense that comics can perform. But in the same vein, because it's only 2 comedy clubs, and we are maybe, let's say, 30 comics now. We are 30 comics, and the lineups are usually just 5.
Five.
Like I know for the comedy hour lineup, I think it's the host and 3 comics. Yeah. So that's 4 now. Yeah. For the Howler, it's 5 and sometimes 6, because the Howler's lineup is very huge sometimes. But then, out of all, imagine all those spaces, but the pool is so large. So not everybody gets an opportunity to perform. Like you get some comics that only perform maybe 4 times or 3 times in the year. And then you get those who get to perform more. Like I perform a lot. But the thing also is I perform a lot because I will, if you're a comic and you're having your one-woman show and you say you need an opener.
Yeah, I know you're opening
for Zita. They're ungovernable. 29 March, guys.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so it's opening up and also doing pop-up comedy events outside of the established...
So what do you think about the space? Do you think it's lucrative? Especially for people that want to come into the industry.
The space is alright, but it can be more lucrative.
Okay.
Yeah, because
so comedians have money, is that what you're saying?
No.
Yeah, you are saying comedians have money?
No, it's not. They would, like all those places, like I mentioned, the performance, the Howlers, the comedy sauna, all those are paid gigs.
Okay.
So you are not performing for free. That's the nice thing about it. But even though they are paid gigs, it's not frequent enough to sustain you. You understand?
How?
Because they happen once or twice a month.
Okay.
And
how often do you want it to happen for you to it to be like I think that because I've said this, and maybe I'm like an old tape that always did, but it would be nice if comics could tour Namibia, like not like full time, but like let's say for this month I performed at Comedy Hour on the first Thursday, and then next week I'm performing Soundgarden in Swakop, and then the other I go perform maybe Oshakati. The only outside comedy thing that's happening right now outside of Windhoek is in Rundu. Rundu, there's comedy shows being done by. One thing about Rundu.
The guy his name is Dennis Kaunda. He's also a comic, and he books comics from here, and he even had a Valentine show just recently.
Takes them to Rundu.
Yeah.
Shout out, what's his name?
Dennis Kaunda.
Shout out Dennis. Yeah.
Yeah, and like apart from Windhoek, that's it. So I'm saying like, it's unfortunate that our population is small.
Yeah.
And the comedy audience is very niche.
Yeah.
Because the person that comes to the Howler comedy show on Friday is the same person, most likely 60 or 70% chance that they are the same.
So you have the same audience,
more or less the same audience.
I know you know this because you go to almost.
I go like if there is a comedy show, I'm pop up or not.
There was a comedy festival.
Yeah, there's a comedy
happened.
Festival.
What did you think of it? The turnout, the expectations. What did you?
It was really nice because before it there was one Window Comedy Festival. I don't know if you remember that one. That one had a 2-day comedy performance. It was like 2 nights. Yeah. And that was, I think, the first of its kind. And last year we had the Savannah Comedy Festival, which was in juncture with the Savannah So You Think You're a Funny Comedian competition, where the winner got 50,000.
Yeah. Did that actually happen? Because I thought it was a joke.
No. Big Savannah says there's 50,000 is going to be 50,000.
So Savannah really gave 50K?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, and it was a really nice initiative. It's something, it also gives
sort of inspiring, motivation, encouraging.
what's the word? I buy English. You see, I did not study English
Say it in
at university. Credence, man, it like just validates the comedy space in a sense that because it was a festival, they had a screening for comedy movies. There was what is it?
Is this the Savannah one or the
Savannah one?
Okay.
The Savannah, the Window Comedy Festival had 2 nights of stand-up comedy.
Yes. I attended the Window.
2 nights of stand-up comedy. This one was in conjunction with the competition, so there was the stand-up performances were from the people taking part in the competition, as opposed to now the Window Comedy Festival, who were like already seasoned comedians who were booked for it. And so for the festival last year, there was.
So you were pleased with the turnout and the reception of?
I love the turnout and what is it? The initiative behind it. I do feel like maybe the arrangement for the show itself was a bit different because.
Were you guys not in charge? Who was in charge of?
I'm not.
I
took part in the competition. I took part in the competition. I did not win, guys.
I really thought they spoke to comedians and they were like, let's do this for the comedians. And
no, it was from a comedian. It was done by a comedian in their media company. Yeah. But it's not just us or the other comedy groups. It's just a different comedy group. So like I said, it was a really nice initiative. The judges were even former comics or people in the theater, different people from different performance arts aspects. So
which brings me to the question of like, what do you think of the business side of comedy?
The business side of comedy, unfortunately, is like, it's a if you know type of thing that it works on by. Because like,
what do you mean if you know you know?
No. Like I know. Like for example, I'm saying when I started out, I did not know about rates.
Okay.
I did not know what's the minimum rate. I guess I did not know.
Do you guys actually, because I'm in the creative industry, and I don't think we ever have a conversation of, guys, we are doing this now. This is our standard rate. So we are all. So when Savannah comes, we have almost the same standard rate. Do you guys have that, or it's also just?
No, we have talked about it in informal way, like in a group chat. They say no, because a few years back, when it was a few years last year, a few years back.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's after the Window Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
So that's 2 years back. We talked about getting a performers guild for the comics. So there is a base for even amateur comics. If you are gonna be an amateur, you're on the first time, you are saying no, you are not performing for exposure unless it's your choice.
Okay.
But if once you set the standard like no, I'll take 500.
Yeah.
And now a comic that has been doing comedy for the last 5 years, multiple sold out shows, has maybe even performed outside of the country, they must come perform at that same rate as this person. It's like Maza accounting student and a certified accountant must get paid. No.
Okay.
So we just established that like at least like accountants have most that was it psycho or is it that thing for them to establish. So we'll see how it goes.
Who do you look up to in terms of like the ultimate? Because you know what you give me? You give me Loiso Gola. Who's like your ultimate?
I'd say ultimate in Namibia. It's definitely Mark and Sleek.
Okay. Shout out to Sleek. Sleek is an OG.
Bro.
Sleek is an OG for real.
Now, every time I see Sleek, I feel like he's tired of me telling it. Yo, bro, I used to look at him.
And he started with he's one that started Free Your Mind. Yeah. So those two.
In such a
and then Beyond.
And in Namibia, okay, nah, it's those two, and also I don't know if you remember the sketch show that used to play on NBC, One Fine Day. Sorry for touching like that.
No, I don't know. I don't know One Fine Day.
Okay, maybe it's before your time. Me, I'm a bit older.
Okay, Beyond. I want to know Beyond.
South Africa, I'd say Trevor Noah.
Really?
Loiso.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when I think of Axarob, I'm like, it's Loiso Gola. It's almost like it's business, but it's comedy, but it's business at the end of the day.
It's Pops.
Wow, man.
It's
an international, like Western America.
Western, I'd say Bill Burr, Kevin Hart, because Kevin Hart.
Are you hardcore like comedy? Do you read up on it? Do you know people's sets? Are you those people?
I watch a comedy set maybe at least maybe twice a day.
You just like laughing like that?
No, sometimes even when I'm cooking or just busy in the house cleaning, I listen to like a podcast.
That's
especially
that's comedic.
Especially the stand-up show that I've already watched on TV. Like if I watch it already, because you need to first watch most and see all the jokes. Yeah. And after I've watched it, then I'll just listen to it. Like I'll listen to it, and then it's.
You know, I always find like it's so hard for me to attend stand-up because, like, before I start laughing, I really look at the person. I'm like, are you really trying to make me laugh?
Gonna make me laugh.
Like, is your point really to make me laugh?
I think that's the toughest part of stand-up. People pay money to make them laugh. They come sit there to laugh.
They're like this.
And sometimes you think it's your funniest joke, It's your funniest joke. You are laughing, people are just.
Have you ever had that?
Oh, yeah.
Where you are not funny and you know people are not laughing.
I've had the way I thought it was very funny when I was at home writing. I was like, oh, why did I hear that?
Then you deliver it. When
I deliver the stage, the girls just there was in wine was the stage. The table was just here.
Then what? Action, man. Action. I would have spoken so much about comedy because I like comedy. I love comedy. Nice. I love you guys and what you guys do. I love Mark. I love Lifa. I love Slick. Also, I forgot to say I love Slifa also. I love Kiso. I love everybody. I love the comedy space and what you guys have going on. But my producer behind is like, wrap it up. So thank you so much for coming through, man. Okay, I really appreciate this conversation. Also, you are an award-winning, guys. Did I forget to say award-winning comedian? In Namibian songs when I was award-winning comedian. So shout out to you. Do you look forward to winning more awards?
Yes, but
do awards matter?
No, it doesn't. But it feels nice.
Okay.
It's like. People like, why must I buy flowers dies? No, it's happy, it makes her feel nice. Okay. But for this year, I think the aim is to try and go perform outside the country and just like get a feel.
I think it's possible.
Yeah,
I think it's very much possible. Yeah. Anyways, time is running out. I will be right back. Axarob will not, but you can catch him on your social media pages. At
Axarob, AXAROB _ across all socials. And then on YouTube for the full specials that I have uploaded, it's at Alois Murorua. It's ALOYSMURORUA. And then you can catch me at Zita's one woman show. It's happening 29th of March. I'll be the host. And also, if you just want to see me, you can see me on the 6th of March at the Savannah Comedy Hour at Sweet Side of Things. I'll be working. I'll be liaising with the acts. I'm going to that. I won't be performing, but I'll be just there. I'm going to that one. Thank you so much for coming through. I'll be right back. Right back.